If your performance suddenly looks sloppy, check how often you're being interrupted, because this is one of the oldest and quietest setup in the workplace and the one that's the easiest to overlook. I'm Noël, and I spent 30 years in executive HR, and I've watched too many good employees get written up for prioritization issues when they were actually being pulled apart by constant access. Supervisors call them quick questions, but they're never quick questions, right? They say things like, can you check this real fast? Can you remind me how we usually do this? I know you're slammed, but... And here's what they do, right? They offload the friction onto the reliable ones, the competent ones, the ones who don't say no, not because they actually need the help, but because interruption does not show up in the metrics itself. The day gets shredded, your outputs dip, but the system doesn't track who caused it. It only tracks who underperformed. Then the review lands, right? And you see things on your performance appraisals like struggled with prioritizations, needs to protect focus, should manage time better. Not because you actually failed, but because you were leaned on and the system didn't account for that. And this is an intentional friction transfer, a soft setup, and it's used to clear out competent people without accountability. Here's the line that you need to keep, right? They don't sabotage you by failing. They sabotage you by leaning on you until you crack. So don't absorb it quietly. Don't do that. Instead, trade off this in writing. Say this. Given my current deliverables, X, Y, and Z, can you confirm which priority takes first and which deadline should move as a result? That's it. No blame, no refusal, no explanation, because that does four things, right? It documents the volume, not attitude. It forces the supervisor to own sequencing. It prevents later them saying that you failed to manage your workload, and it turns that pressure from leadership into a decision on record. So if they don't respond, you still win because their silence is proof that you raise capacity constraints. And if quick questions and constant constraints keep coming up, that's not collaboration at all. It's actually a setup overload. And if you don't interrupt the pattern, it will get documented as your problem, as you being a problem. So you want to change the game? Drop the word interrupt, and I'll send you the retaliation risk scan. It's a 2-minute tactical read that shows you whether you're being supported or being slowly set up to fail. If they're leaning on you nonstop, this will show you exactly how close you are to making it your fault. This scan is the first move. HR Armor handles the rest, because we're getting started right now.